Battling MS. Together we charge here with Ryan Trelease. Ryan, I've known you for a while, and through that time we've had some pretty good conversations. And I know one of the topics that we talked about is when you got to a pretty low time when you're battling your MS, and you got on some medication, and I know you were going through some health struggles. And I thought it was important to talk about it. I know obviously you pulled through it because you made some changes, and not changes, but just mentally, just being you, you always just charge. And I think it's important that people do that in life. And I just want you to touch on how you kept charging, and how you can charge together, to battle this disease, right?
Totally. And again, like I'll start from the beginning, for somebody who might be watching this who maybe just have got a diagnosis or whatever. And I'm not going to lie, when I first heard it, I didn't even know about it. I heard what it was. I heard MS, and I knew like people had it. Richard Pryor had it, but I never paid attention to it because it never affected me. But then when I had I lost some vision, had some other issues that happened to me, and the final diagnosis was MS. When they told me that, you go down the rabbit hole, you start looking things up and reading stories or reading what can happen to you. And for a minute, I was scared, and when I say for a minute, I literally mean for like a minute. I was scared, and then I just thought, well, this is the hand that you got dealt, and MS doesn't know who you are yet, but it will, because I do charge everything. So I just put my head down, started medication, which was awful. So this is in the very beginning, and the medication I was injecting myself with this poison. I thought, it was poison. Every other day, 3 times a week, and I got tattoos everywhere. I don't mind needles, but when you're watching yourself do that and it's making you sick, it wasn't a very good time, and other things were happening. It's like it got worse before it got better, and there'd be points where I'd be driving to work and wondering how far I was going to go, and how much more I was going to have to deal with, because it got really bad. And somehow I don't know if it was just the way I was always grown up, or just the way I have always been. I just figured out a way just to put my head down and say it's bad, but you're not dead. So it kind of like flipped a switch in me to go, if you can get through it, then you're going to charge everything even harder. So like I made some personal goals for myself back then. One of the things was I'm a surfer, and I got out of it for a while. And so for me, there's so much more to surfing than just doing it. It's a process, it's a lifestyle, and I knew it would help me deal with this disease better. And so I started having these little wins. I'd go surfing once a week, then it was twice a week, and before you know it, I'm there, 3-4 days a week. And again, I was still going through some struggles, but it was getting better. And I think because my mind had shifted, and I was doing things that I appreciated and living in that moment more, that the disease did kind of, it's called relapse remitting MS is what I have. So there's a progressive one that just continues on the path. This one will hit you, and then it will kind of regress. So it regressed, and as my attitude stayed good, it kept getting better and better. I started feeling better, and I got to the point, Oscar, where I'm not going to lie to you. I was going to the gym 3 days a week. I was surfing 4 days a week. I felt like I was in better shape with a disease that I'd had for like 5 years. I'd switched my medication too. I wasn't injecting anymore. I was taking like a pill now every day, which I still do. But even today, I still feel good. I go see my doctors, and they ask me how I do it, and I tell them, you just have to, it's a mental game. You got to just be able to pick yourself up and believe that anything is possible. And I've always just been that type of person who just believes anything is possible. If you want it bad enough, you can make it happen. So that's kind of like where I'm at, and how I started, and was scared, and I'm in a good place with it now, I think.